Hello there, welcome back to Let's Play Motorsport Manager, the Daddy's Boy Challenge. I've just completed the second race on to Sydney. We've got Gabler in first in the driver's standings. Stone is one of 11 drivers, just over half, who don't have a single point. But we're just in first over Orange and Spartan. And the thing about that is, we should have 4 more points, because I should have won that last race, and Orange 4 less. I mean, if we had 22 and then 15 and 12, I think that would be, yeah, we would have a really nice lead. We're still in first, but obviously it's a 3-way race. Could go to anybody. Okay, now the HQ, still 11 weeks to go. It's going to be a few more races till that's in. We just finished the breaks. Keeping the chairman happy, getting Stone's performances up, obviously that's a big, important priority. So, let's take a look at Sydney. Acceleration is going to be the most important there. Brakes and engine also important. Looks like we're not going to have any rain. And no ultras also, if you look at the tires. Super softs and regular softs. So that'll be interesting. We did just finish brakes, I believe, over the race weekend. Let's take a look at how our latest things look. Still first overall in the car. Best engine, best acceleration, best brakes. We're now down to second on the suspension behind Atsuna, which is interesting. Just a hair below him, as you can see there. Still in second on the spoiler. Okay, but we did finish a break part, and starts at 514, 90% reliability. So we're definitely going to want to, and yeah, plus 50 on the dry surfaces. So that's gonna definitely want to put that one to use. And let's see, take that one off. Gabler can have that, and Stone can then use the much better one. You can see 482 compared to 392. That's quite a boost. No, it's not. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the design area. And we're going to want one more top quality brake here. Let's see what else. Yeah, we might as well throw that on. Although, I mean, the expense, $250K. That makes me sort of question it. Yeah, but I think I want to just go with it anyway. Just get, that'd be totally max part. And this one will probably end up going to Stone. The other one to what's her face, Gabler. But that should get us ready on the brakes. Then we'll move on to something else. Still over 3 million. So yeah. And then interview, sure. Am I going to apologize? Yes. Yes, I'm going to own up to it. That was my mistake. My strategy that sort of screwed up. And did help Gabler, but the chairman doesn't like me apologizing. Whatever. Deal with it. So, yeah, you beat us. So what? And then the brakes. Yeah. Very aware of those. So, let's finish our car repairs. Yep. And then let's get into that. Okay, so for Sydney, we're going to be mostly focusing on the gearbox and then the engine/brakes. So let's go ahead and clear all this out. Just start fresh. Gearbox, then engine, brakes. Right, okay, so definitely want the gearboxes in there. And then let's see. I think the brakes are what we want to... Yeah, because the brakes are lower. So let's go with that. And yeah, I'm going to finish those out before the race. So that would be just fine. And I want to try to get as close to maxing reliability on all of our current parts before this next race. And then we can just sort of continue to max reliability as new parts come out. But then focus in on the... Gosh, I forgot what I was going to try to say. Focus in on the performance after we've gotten the reliability part sorted. So that's going to be the goal going forward. Yes, 11 weeks left on the simulator, and let's see how many races that's likely to be. Yeah, we've got another nice stretch in between here. I'm thinking we'll probably have it around Phoenix. And then we'll be able to start with a spoiler there. So we're going to finish up our brakes now. We're going to want to do one more part before we move on to the spoiler. I'm thinking gearbox. Maybe. I'll have to consider that. Really too early to just make that decision. So, alright, let's move on. Oh, more retirement speculation, which I'm not particularly interested in. And yeah, nothing else to really change here yet. And we've got Dubai in the GT Challenger. That, of course, is the lower level for our circuit. We don't really care what happens to them. New mail. Oh, a publicity opportunity from Ernie Heckelrock, good old GMA president. Been watching Andrea Gabler for a while now. She's a perfect example of the good, clean values our organization represents. As a personal favor to me, would you permit us to use Andrea in our upcoming media campaign? It might be a little distracting for Andrea, but having Uncle Ernie owing you a favor is nothing to be sniffed at. Think about it. Well, I don't know what this is going to do. I'm just going to save real quick. Because I don't know what the publicity pawn trait is gonna handle. If I do that, it's probably gonna be negative, but let's find out. It's probably gonna be negative, but because the 500K would be a nice addition. So let's say I do that. And then let's see what happens to the driver. Okay, so publicity pawn. Plus 25, 8 weeks, plus 25 marketability, minus 10 morale. Okay, so it's going to hurt her morale. Her morale is fine right now. And yeah, so I think I'm going to go with that because it's basically just a case of where, yeah, you can go ahead and do that because I need the money. That's where I am. So it gets us up to 3.7 million. Want to try to stay in the black, or at least close to the black if I can. Doing better, frankly, than I thought I would financially. Okay, so let's take a look at our parts again. We're almost there. On the yeah, let's take out the gearboxes. I'm gonna, well, no, those are 97%. Yeah, let's stick right where we are for the moment. Except I'm going to put that engine in there. There we go. And actually, I should just be using whichever one Stone is on. So I'd like Stone's gearbox. Let's get rid of that gearbox. I'd like Stone's gearbox and engine. And then reliability, pushing all of them. So yeah, we're going to want to come back here real regularly now to put in new parts, because these are going to finish up real quick. Reliability done. Yeah, so let's get in there. Okay, so now the brakes are as reliable as they're going to get. So are the gearboxes. Well, next up would be the engines, of course. And then also let's put in Stone's spoiler and suspension. And then we'll put in the other parts soon. Looking good. More brakes. Okay, important thing here to find out exactly how good these ended up being. Yeah, those are the best. Those got a really nice nice ability from the from the random legendary component. So those got a good random legendary component. This one I think just got the reliability boost. They're still good. But I don't want to spend any more time on the brakes right now. So let's put Stone up there. Nope. Stone there. And Gabler here. Yeah. So, and then we also want to obviously switch up what I'm improving here. Let's knock those out and put the reliability here. Yeah, I want to check what else I get in here, but I should be able to get the brakes tuned in. Let's get those brakes out. So these brakes should be ready for the race, and that's, I mean, 594 compared to where we were. That's just a huge improvement in the brakes that Stone's going to have. So that's really nice. Okay. Oh shoot, I didn't design a new part yet, and thankfully I only went a day or two. But that's a screw up. So favors excellent acceleration, super soft and soft. Okay, so what do we want to design next? Is the question. If we look at the HQ, we're building this, and we're considering building the telemetry next, or maybe the suspension or gearbox. You know, and that's just sort of 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Let me, blah blah, 47,000 a week. 47,000 a week. This one's a little faster. Given the time constraints, I think I want to go that. So I think I want to go with the suspension, and I want to go probably. Does that mean that would leave? Because we've done the brakes. We're going to do the spoilers later. So if we're building the handling development center here, then we want to go with gearbox or engine for the next round of development. Okay, so yeah, I like both of them, really, but in terms of time, they're both fairly high. Engine a little bit longer, a little more expensive. So why not go quick with the gearbox? Okay, and again, this is just going to be, we're looking for just to get them up quickly to the further stages. So go ahead with 750K for that one. Another 10 days. That'll finish shortly after Sydney. So we've moved on to our second part in development. Claire White wants a telemetry center. For the the gear shifting, and much as I'd like that, we can't build everything. Should be about done on. Oh, those are still at 99%. Okay. Gabler's driving too well, says former driver Michael Tellman. Dutt's not going to make up too much ground. I like that. Interesting. Jarita Dutt thinks they don't have a great car for Sydney, to be brutally honest. And Vittorio Corsa expected to not do too well either. So, it's looking good. And our reliability work is complete. So, let's see what we want to do next. The brakes are all set. Engine's all set. Gearbox is all the way up. So that means suspension and spoiler. That's really the only thing that's left. And then once those are finished, which they should be by the time of the next race, it'll all be about performance. So we're starting to really round the car into shape here. Liking all of that, and all of the crucial and even useful parts, all the top parts for Sydney are maxed out. So we're looking really good there. Just 7 more weeks on the simulator. That design is coming along. Let's just take a look. And Spartan has overtaken us in top speed now. Their engines are slightly better than ours. We still got the best gearbox. We've got the best brakes, as we expect with the work we're putting in there. Second behind Atsuno on the corners, and on both of the corners. So basically, yeah, Spartan's investing in their engine, but we've been getting our braking better. So let's see how that trades out on the track. We'll take a look at our sponsors real quick. We've got 1, 3, 5, 6. So we've got several that are going to be coming open over time. This one is going to be interesting because we'll get a new sponsor next race and hopefully some more money. But yeah, so I'm going to stick with the third. I think the medium sort of risk reward there is best. Make sure I've got the parts where I want them. Yeah, Stone's got the best brakes, but Gabler also second. Those are, again, big improvements. And as we work the improvements more, they'll get even better. And, yeah, all the way down the line, Stone has the better parts, which is what we want. Okay, so it's definitely going to be cool. 16 degrees for practice, and then 11 for qualifying. 17 for the race. So I think we definitely are probably going to be looking at super softs. Not just for qualifying, but also for the race. With those kind of temperatures, we should be able to make that work. So that's the goal anyway. That's the way I want to approach it going in. Off to the land down under, and it's time. See if we can extend our lead. And of course, we've done Sydney before. We saw that quite a bit in the previous challenge, Up in Flames. Of course, it's always going to be a new experience doing it in a new car, new team. But I've always thought this one looked really nice. Gabler looking decent, Stone poor, Balcazar a little below average there. Let's get into our weight stripping. Take a look what we can do here. And we should be able to knock these down to 80 and 80. I'm going to leave that where it is. Only take a little bit off of the crucial gearbox. And there. So we can see big difference here, obviously. We're only up I think maybe 60, 30 to 60. I think it was only 30 in the last race. Got 195 now out of Gabler's car. Sevilla taking the fastest lap by a very small amount there, right here at the end. So that's going to bump us down to third and fourth, which is not at all bad. And yeah, mix of tires. Looking okay, except I'm a little bit concerned about not being more diverse in our bonuses. But we're still having the race trim in and the tires you're going to start the race on. Just can't get too upset about that. Rebecca Pritchard says that we are awesome. XBC Sports says Sevilla is going to nail it this weekend. So let's see how that all plays out once we get into qualifying. But I think the fact that we did that well, not having the setup dialed in, is probably a testament to the improvement we're going to get from our weight stripping. That's what I think we're looking at. Okay, it's cold. It's going to stay cold. It's going to be cold all day. So, who drops off? Tanaka from Matsuno. But nobody from the big teams. Nobody from Spartan, nobody from Hammer, and nobody from Orange. And in fact, all of us in the top 7. And what that basically tells you is that, the 3 of us are really just stepping up to the front of the pack. So, qualifying round 2, can we keep it up and stay in the top 10? I like our odds of doing that. Let's take a look at our weather for... Yeah, we're still looking to be dry. And the main goal I had with Stone is to get him into this final group. So I think I'm definitely wanting to focus on Gabler, because Gabler's the one who can get us or not get us the sponsor bonus. The further Stone goes up, the better, but Gabler is the main goal, and I still am not sure I've got her car directly lined in where I want it. So I start her lap a few seconds later and she's got a shot at it, and maybe she doesn't do any better. I mean, that's always possible. See Lori down there in 7th. Well, there's nothing else for it. Gabler's going to start in 3rd. It is good enough for the sponsor bonus. Stone in 6th. 3rd and 6th is a nice start. So, you know, spend more on your cars, chip winners. Yeah, really? You see how much money I've been spending on my cars? You be quiet now. Okay. And the thing is, it's just all these small mistakes can add up over the time, and they can cost you a championship. So I'd like to avoid continuing them. Okay, so super softs and performance increase. And then the race trim and engine expert. Considering we did not get any bonus for, you know, qualifying trim, though, I can't complain. Okay, so $15 to 17 laps. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to go on softs at the end. Fuel options for Gabler. Let's go with 8. And 12. Let's try that. Sevilla and Dutt at the top, along with Hashimoto in row 2, row 3, Holgerson and Stone. And we've got a 7 and 8. Drivers are looking great going into this. Lori and Rodriguez in the next row. So, see if we can get off to a good start here. And looks like no for Stone, yes for Gabler, most part, but now it's getting a little chaotic. 4th and 7th. Gabler making it up to 3rd. And then getting passed again by both Spartan cars. Way to go on that. 5th and 7th. And wow, look at Stone getting past Gabler, at least for the moment. So 5th and 6th after the first lap, about a second behind the leaders. Can't complain about that. Gabler making a pass up to 4th. Look at Stone moving up, knocking Sevilla down. That would be Sevilla, the pole sitter. Nice move to the inside there by Gabler. 3rd position, but now we definitely got to back off the tires. They've had it. And Stone back to 6th now. Okay, and I want to go back down to medium. I don't want to You know, if she loses positions, she loses positions. I don't want to hurt the car. And I think I want Stone to come in now on this lap. Okay, and we've got nothing that's going to get us more than about 15 laps. We've got 26 to go. And boy, I don't even know if we're going to make 26. I'm going to have to try. Fill up all the way. Yeah, and no, there's no way we're going to make it. Stone is going to have to go with a two-stop strategy. There's no question. As hard as I've got to drive his car. So that means it means a couple of these, I think. Yeah. I think we'll go with about that much fuel. See how that works. So Stone, 7th, 8th, is going to pit. Gabler, still having no trouble with the gas. Running on hybrid power, less than a lap of fuel, but should last. Trying again to get by Lori and not able to do so. Definitely not giving them any rest. And now I'm going to want to come in with Gabler. 25 laps. Should be able to make it. Fill up all the way, and we're going to have to use extended hybrid mode, of course, at the end. But I think we can make it. The one thing we're not going to be able to do is go aggressive at all. And this is going to be a long stop. But it's only going to be the only one. Looking to get that pass. Nope. Just not enough speed to hold it. So Stone way back in the field. 17th now. Going to have to work his way back up. Be interesting to see where Gabler comes out. And Lori and Dutt both also having tire problems, but they're going to keep going around. So they're going to be burning those tires. I don't know that that's going to work out too well for them. A good pit stop, and Gabler comes out in 14th. Stone is 15th, not far behind. But again, of the cars ahead of us, only Hashimoto has pitted. So that's the key thing to watch right there. Technically, we're second and third out of the cars that have come in. And Hashimoto, a few seconds ahead. Tires more worn. Yeah, he should be able to make it. Go ahead and come in. Next set of tires. And the fuel is pretty much about where I want it. Let's go with 11. Yep. Go ahead and back off to medium just to make sure you have enough. It doesn't look like he's going to have quite enough fuel to get around otherwise. Gabler's going to have to start pushing the tires more soon, a little bit. You can see Hashimoto's tires really looking bad now. Dutt's got a ways. And now there's Stone dropping positions and ran out of fuel. How did he run out of fuel when I had that much? I don't understand what I miscalculated there. He's losing all kinds of time as I royally screw up again. Did he run out of hybrid energy, I wonder? I probably wasn't watching the energy bar enough. So that's a royal screw up. That I really couldn't afford, to be honest. Comes out at 7%. I don't know what happened there. But honestly, right now I'm just worried about fuel because I'm still gonna run out of hybrid power. So this is not over. 3 laps to go. You know what? Let's just charge a bit more. Can't do that for long. I'm going to run this down to say maybe half a lap or a little bit lower. And that'll just charge up a little bit more. Okay, now go back to hybrid. Yeah, I know they are, but you're almost home. You can leg this out. Yeah, good driving day by Stone. Definitely blown, wasted, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to boost up to high now for Stone the last bit here. Last couple laps. I'm going to have to watch his fuel, of course. But I think he'll make it. Alright, Gabler now. This is really going to come down to the wire. %3 left on the battery. Into the final lap. 1%. 0%. And now the battery's dead. We're going to start harvesting fuel. Or going through the last of the fuel, rather. Yep, looks like Stone's going to have enough fuel to get home and do whatever he can do. Alright, switch up and use that last little bit of hybrid power. Conserve what little bit of fuel is left. And there it is, Gabler out of fuel. And she's going to get passed by Dutt. I can just see it. Nope, she's going to make it. Oh, she made it. Stone trying. You know what? Go. But, yeah, not working because Hume's out there. Stone not happy with 13th position. We maintain and extend our lead in the championship. We're doing fine in the championship. I got to stop screwing up Stone's driving, though. Gabler's is just making more sense to me, managing his fuel and everything with when he's able to race flat out so much. Keeping those two things together. Anyway, Gabler's second win in 3 races, and frankly, she should have won all 3. Dutt in second after saying she was going to do badly. Then we got Lori down in 5th, Sevilla 7th. So the rest of the drivers not that consistent. Pole position there, and then fastest lap went to Lori. So they got some bonus points. We get the win. There's Gabler, easily the leader in the Drivers' Championship. And so we've got a modest lead over both Orange in second and Spartan in third. So nothing we can take to the bank, but we're looking pretty good. You thought you could win today? No. Before you crashed, you still weren't going to win. Or crashed in the previous race, you still weren't going to win. Yes, got to keep pushing for a win. Nope, all the wins belong to Andrea Gabler and Hammer AMR. Sorry to break that to you, but that's the way it's going to be. Boy, didn't lose that much morale. I expected morale would go absolutely in the tank. Okay. Expected first, came in first. Chairman is actually happier, even though Stone didn't like the... that's better than I expected. But again, it's because we actually won and we're expected to win. So, happy with all of that. Okay. Only lost 195K because we made both sponsor bonuses. That's big. Keeping our finances from going too far south. And so, as it stands, 3 races in, we are in the lead. Job security is, okay, still secure. Happy with Sydney, not as happy with, like, plus 11 for the overall and minus 3 for, you know, Stone's performance with Chairman's Pet. But the other part of that is, they like the fact that I'm giving him the good parts. So, all of that going well. Soon going to have another gearbox. And the simulator 7 weeks out. So, I'm pretty optimistic now. I think we're going to be able to take this challenge in this attempt. There's a lot of stuff left to do. It's by no means certain. Spartan's car getting faster as we saw, so we have to keep improving. But it's looking good. So we'll continue on with Munich next time. 3 races down, 9 to go. Until then, thanks for watching.